Hello, hello, everyone, and welcome to today's live Q&A. My name is Paula Scarbossa, and welcome to the group. Today, I wanted to answer a question that I know has plagued me for years, absolute years. And I know I've been a part of a couple of different programs where other very successful online business owners are actually coaching me and a group of other people through a process where we're learning to um have a look at what our business is about, who we're serving, what our purpose is, what our passion is, what our skills are, what our interests are, and what's a marketable product and what are people willing to pay for. And they're taking us through this long journey, which is 6 months, 12 months, 18 months. And we're just going through it in such great detail. And I'm seeing that one of the biggest places people get stuck, as I have done, is what business am I going to do? So, having a look at that, you might think, oh, you're in an online business. Great. Well, when I looked at what business I could do, I had a look at what am I interested in? What am I passionate about? What do I spend my time researching online? What videos do I look at on YouTube? What do I Google? What do I talk about with others? And there's a couple of different things that came up for me. And I was really torn. I could go off down this path or I could go off down this path. And yeah, there was two main ones that really jumped out for me. And one of them was, do I go off and become a fitness uh, expert and coach people around health and weight loss? And that's an area that I'm really passionate about, more so for myself. That's something I've always really worked on, is my health and my uh, energy levels and looking the best that I can and feeling good about myself, really. I know I'm not the skinniest or the strongest or the muscliest or the most toned or, uh, I guess for me, it's always about doing the best I can with what God gave me. And also maybe not being too hard on myself either. I'm I'm not a absolutely kill myself all the time and be super strict. I want to have a mix of, I want to be able to eat some things that I like and enjoy life and have a few drinks, but I also love working out. So yeah, that was an area that I was really, will I go into that, won't I? But I've also always really had a love for being my own boss, setting up my own business. I think even when I was at uni, that's something that always appealed to me, but I didn't know, again, what would I do? I felt really lost, and I just sort of thought, okay, well, I'll go to uni and maybe something will jump out. And I didn't. So then I got into the workforce and I just sort of applied to a bunch of different jobs, and I just obviously took the one that I got offered, and then that sort of just rolled on. And I never felt I designed my career. I just felt that you sort of go where the opportunities take you. And for some people, that is amazing. They get given great opportunities come along. They're in the right place, the right time. They got the right skills, and it all falls into place for them. But I looked ahead. I know my first banking job in London, I looked ahead at all the people I worked with, and they were all miserable. None of them were happy with what they got paid. They all worked longer hours. They were always looking at the clock and, oh, is the boss gone yet? Because then they couldn't go if the boss hadn't gone. They're all miserable. Every time we'd go and go to the pub after work, they'd all say, "Oh, I hate my job. I hate my boss." And I just thought, oh, what am I doing? So I always was disillusioned with working for a big corporate. And then I went to a bunch of different seminars, and that was all about setting up your own business. And I was like, okay, great. I could be my own boss. I could work for myself, set my own hours. Your income's just unlimited, basically, based on your own work ethic and how much time and effort you're willing to put into it. And it made me think, all right, well, great. I can find a business. But again, I really wasn't clear on my skills or my passion or my interests. I never took that time to sit down and really work out what was going to be viable for me and where I wanted to go with that business. So I just sort of drifted in and out trying different things. I chased lots of different, get rich quick schemes in the end. I was very young and gullible and trusting, I guess. You see other people that say they're doing very well and it's easy and you can make lots of money. And I followed those paths and wasted a lot of time, a lot of years and years chasing the wrong path. And I think that's why I'm the biggest advocate now for take the time to sit down and work out what is the right path for you, because as much as you don't want to get 5 years down the track and go, wow, I'm so burnt out, I hate this, I'm not passionate about it. But on the other hand, you don't want to do nothing, which is what I did for a long time as well, for fear of making the wrong choice. So sometimes, even if you're just out there and it's the wrong business for you, you will then identify that's the wrong business for you. Doing something is better than doing nothing. So I actually have a little image here, if I can work out how to do this, that I thought would help you. Let's show how to do this. That one. Is that showing? I have no idea. Yeah, okay. I believe that is showing you my screen, which is... no, that's not helping at all. Anyway. There we go. That's the one I want. Okay. So you can probably see from this, hopefully, there are 3 circles here. And the first one is, what are you passionate about? What do you enjoy doing? What do you enjoy researching on Google? What do you enjoy videos on YouTube? The TV shows that you currently do. What are the ones that you enjoy and why? What are you motivated to get up and do? Is it you're interested in sport, interested in, is there a hobby that you currently do? Is it something to do with your kids? Is it something to do with animals, pets, exercise? Different hobbies or interests. Yeah, what's that motivation? The next yellow circle is opportunity. Actually, we'll go to the blue one first. Skills. What are you good at? What skills do you have? What in your current job or your previous jobs has been the thing about that job that you really enjoyed? It might be one particular task that you had to do every day or once a week or something. What about that really you enjoyed doing more than any other part of your job? What skills do you feel you have? Like if your friends to say, well, you're so good at that, or your family members, you're so good at that, or, they say to you, oh, I could never do it as well as you. Like my sister-in-law, she makes cakes and cupcakes and she's really good at the outward appearance and the decorating. I've tried decorating cakes and cupcakes and I am definitely not skilled at it. I'm sure if I put the time in it, maybe I would, but it's just not something that I'm interested in. So, and then it comes to the third one, which is opportunity. So it's a case of, what are people willing to pay for? Uh, how do I okay. I didn't share that at all, did I? Oh, well, sorry about that. I did not share that. Hang on, let's see if I can share now. All right, there we go. That's sharing. Apologies. I'm not the best at technology. Yeah, so here's the circle. So the first one is your passion. Yeah, your passion and what are you motivated to do. Third one is your skills, which is the blue one. And the third one is opportunity. What is the world willing to pay for? So what are you? Yes. So there's three sections, and it's basically the three come together. So what are you passionate about? What are the skills that you have? And what is the world willing to pay for? And what is the world willing to pay you for? And what problem are you solving? So, for example, my sister-in-law who does the cake, she only currently does that for her friends and family. And I've been urging her to go on and make it a business. So, firstly, yes, it's something that she is passionate about, and she gets a lot of satisfaction from seeing everyone get so excited to see what she's created. And yeah, she creates phenomenal cakes, and she doesn't do it enough that she's an expert. But I'm sure if she did it more often, then she would become an expert. She would build up those skills. So she currently does have quite a good level of skills there. And obviously, the more time she would put into that, then the more skills she would develop. And thirdly, if you looked at that, okay, so what are people willing to pay for and what problem would you be solving? So, for example, mums like me, which I think of probably nearly every mother are at my son's school. If there was a cake making service that sort of rivaled, say, the cheesecake shop, for example, they can pump out pretty cheap cakes, and they're pretty good. So if she could take it to the next level, then she could charge slightly more than say what they do. And I think nearly every mother would happily pay $60 to $100 for a cake that they didn't have to make, which I know that might sound a lot, but there's a lot of time and effort that goes into making a cake like that. And I think every mother thinks, yep, I can do it myself. Maybe they saw their mothers doing it. But in reality, it's not going to be that great. Some people might work it out. But I know I would rather just pay her to make the cake for me, and I get to focus on other parts of the birthday experience, buying the right gift and organizing a party or whatever else. It's people are happy to outsource for cakes and cupcakes and things like that for children's birthdays. So I think if she came up with, okay, who am I helping? I'm helping stressed out mothers who maybe they work full-time or part-time, or they've got other young kids at home, and trying to make a cake when you've also got a 2-year-old and a 6-year-old running around the house fighting and carrying on and asking, oh, what's this? Can I help? Make it green, make it blue. You could help take some of that stress away. So the problem you're solving is you're helping stressed out mums who need a break, who want a great cake for their child because they want to give them this perfect birthday experience, but they're just not great at doing it themselves. And, you're happy to outsource and pay someone else to take that stress away. So that's the problem. And yes, there is a market for it. Yes, she would have to work on marketing herself because obviously there's other people out there doing it, but it's definitely a niche that you could do if that's something you are, keen to do and you love making cakes. So that's an example of how you could link it all together. So Sophie, if you ever watch this video, please go do this. You would be great at it. Yes. Okay. So that's my little suggestion on how you can tie your passions, your skills, and who you're helping in the world and what problem you're solving. And is it an idea that's marketable? There's no point in spending, a ton of money on Facebook ads and websites and just the time and effort to do all that. And then you work out, actually, no one's going to pay for this, or the price it costs me to set it all up and the price I can sell and make that product for or service, I'm only going to get the teeniest little markup on it and profit from it. So sometimes it's worth it, but you've really got to find a product that ideally has enough profit in it to make it worthwhile. So, and that just might mean you're just a little bit creative in what extra value you can provide so that you can charge more. So like with the cakes, for example, you might deliver them as well. So that's another time saver for parents, and they're happy to pay, an extra $10 for that delivery. So yeah, just to have a think about what extra value can you add so that you can earn more money out of your passion or niche. So, and you might be someone who thinks, I'm not in it for the money, but ultimately this is a business. You are providing a great service or product. You should get paid what you deserve. So yeah, that might be a little limiting belief there that you need to overcome. And that's certainly something that we can address in another Facebook Live. So I hope you've had great value from this video. I love sharing these videos and answering any questions you might have and coaching you around setting up your own online business. I will get into some more technical videos down the track about what platforms you can use to create like an online course. And spoiler alert, it's probably going to be Kajabi, but I will have a look at some of the others out there as well and just give you a bit of feedback on any experience and reviews that I've come across with those. So if you have any questions, please leave them here. Please share this video with anyone else that you know is in online business and they're struggling with that initial part of, what do I narrow it down to do? What's my vision? What's my customer? What's my purpose? So yeah, look forward to next week where I'll speak to you further. Thanks.